Welcome to this week's special edition of Around the Horn. This week's topic, the death of Genghis Khan. Today's discussion will include the death, what led up to it, and the aftermath. You're going to want to stick around for this one.
It's Around the Horn, presented by Nissan.
Born in 1162, Genghis Khan, or Temujin, was the son of a minor Mongol chieftain, also known as the leader of the tribe. His father died during Genghis's early teen years, and he succeeded him as the next chieftain. As he grew, he became a respected warrior and leader among his people. Eventually, he unified the different tribes of China to form one empire, the Mongols. His empire stretched from the Arabian Sea all the way to the other side of China. His empire was strong and grew rapidly. He was a brutal man and led many great military campaigns. At the age of 60 last week, he was putting down a revolt against the Shia when reportedly he was thrown from a horse and suffered injuries. In his failing health and old age, he was not able to recover and passed from us.
So first topic. We know that Genghis Khan had a huge, vast empire. So how do you think he came about this huge empire? How did he achieve it? Jonathan?
Well, thanks for having me on the show, Maxim. But what I think Genghis Khan's military organization is really what made his army so ferocious. His system of 10 organization was really what made him big and strong. What the system of 10 was, for anyone who doesn't know, it was when he split up his armies into 10 men to a squad, 10 squads to a company, 10 companies to a regiment, and 10 regiments to a tumen. This made him really feared throughout China and the whole region.
Thank you, Jonathan. We're going to take it to Jack McKernan. Let's hear what he has to say.
I think that his military strategy was really what brought him to such a vast empire. He had a great network of spies, and he used it to infiltrate his enemies and find their weaknesses. And he also used his forces very well. He used them in large numbers, and he attacked with brute force, and his military strategy was really good.
Thank you, Jack. We're going to take it to Tommy Locker, last one.
You know, Genghis Khan's technology, how his soldiers was equipped, was just so much superior to other people. Every soldier was equipped with a bow, arrows, shield, and a dagger, and a lasso. And every cavalryman had a small sword, javelins, body armor, a battle axe or mace, and a lance with a hook on the end to pull other enemies off their horses. They were just devastating in their attacks.
So now that he's died, do you think his military is going to be weakened? Jonathan?
Well, I don't think so. Personally, because, I think his successors are going to learn from what he's taught them. And I think they're going to continue all his traditions and all his organization when they carry on his legacy.
Jack?
I agree with Jonathan. I think that it's hard to lose something that you started that well and that organization that he started. I think it'll continue for at least a little while.
And lastly, Tommy, what do you think?
You know, Genghis Khan, he was such a great strategist, but Genghis Khan, it's a title. It means universal ruler, and that'll just be passed on to someone else who will take his place and continue his work.
Okay, guys, new topic. So what kind of man do you think Genghis Khan was? We know he did some great things and some awful things. Let's hear from Jack.
Well, I think that Genghis Khan was a brutal warrior. I mean, how can you deny that after that military conversation that we just had? He was fearsome throughout the land. People were scared of him.
Jack.
Yep.
Jack.
Yep.
I'm going to have to disagree with you on that point. I really think Genghis Khan wasn't that bad of a guy, truly. At least in terms of religion. He was called the defender of religions by his people. I mean, he was so tolerant of every religion, and he created laws to protect the religious freedom for everyone.
He killed tens of hundreds of people. The country was then invaded.
He killed those people, but he really brought Eurasia under one political power. The Silk Road was now almost all in his control. It increased communication and trade, and he really communicated clearly to his people and his soldiers what was going to go on in this country.
I mean, I'm not condoning that there weren't a good side to his brutality, but you can't deny completely that he wasn't a brutal person.
That's true.
Yeah.
True.
Okay, off to our next topic. Okay, guys, last topic. So now that Genghis Khan has died, do you think he'll leave a positive or negative impact on the world? What do you think about his death? Let's take it to Tommy.
Genghis Khan was in bad health at the time. He was old, in his 60s. The guy had been through countless wars and battles. The reports say that he fell off his horse and just couldn't get through those injuries. As for the future, he really sets the tone for future leaders, not only in the Mongol Empire, but really throughout the world.
Jonathan, what do you have to say about Genghis Khan stuff?
Well, I really think this was not a way a warrior like Genghis should have gone out. Not even in combat or anything, just old age and accident. But as to his legacy, I'm going to go back to my point in our military segment. He really did set a standard for military organization that I don't think will be easily lost. I personally predict that this Mongol Empire will continue to grow with this military order, even with Genghis's tragic death.
And lastly, how about you, Jack? What do you think?
Well, I'm going to take the point of why did he hide his death? Why haven't we found out about this till now? I think that this hints at the fact that there's no one to fill his shoes. He set the tone, but who's going to step up to bat? I think there's going to be a lot of problems coming our way, and I don't know how this is going to go for the Mongol Empire.
Okay, guys, that wraps up our segment of Around the Horn. Thank you for all for watching and participating.
Thank you.
Thanks, Maxim.
Thank you.
Yep.
See you next week.